Chapter 1: The Problem and its Background. This chapter discusses the introduction, background of the study, theoretical framework, conceptual framework, statement of the problem, significance of the study, scope, limitation, and definition of terms. Introduction. The most important part of the hotel is the guests. Each hotel has its ways to value the well-being of the guests during their stay. Guests are not the only one that needs protection but also their belongings. It is also the responsibility of the hotel. The hospitality industry has been through many emergencies due to its vulnerable nature. The hospitality industry has been through many emergencies due to its vulnerable nature. The hotel's ultimate purpose is to provide pleasant accommodations and excellent service. However, the hotel must also prioritize the safety and security of the people and priority within the hotel, especially the protection of guests while they are staying. The purpose of this study is to understand the phenomena that guests experience during a theft emergency in the hotel in Pasig City, which is vital to focus on because the guest is the heart and the fuel of hotel industry, which is why their experience is the foundation of the reputation of the hotel. From the evaluation and understanding of the guest experience in the theft emergency, a conclusion is drawn to figure out why these problems still exist even though there is security around hotels' facilities, and to formulate a recommendation that hotel may remove to modify or to avoid this theft situation permanently. The hospitality industry has been through many emergencies due to its vulnerable nature. The hotel's ultimate purpose is to provide pleasant accommodations and excellent service. However, the hotel must also prioritize the safety and security of the people and priority within the hotel, especially the protection of guests while they are staying. The purpose of this study is to understand the phenomena that guests experience during a theft emergency in the hotel in Pasig City, which is vital to focus on because the guest is the heart and the fuel of hotel industry, which is why their experience is the foundation of the reputation of the hotel. From the evaluation and understanding of the guest experience in the theft emergency, a conclusion is drawn to figure out why these problems still exist even though there is security around hotels' facilities, and to formulate a recommendation that hotel may remove to modify or to avoid this theft situation permanently. The hotel industry is growing fast, and since then, it has been encountering crime-related challenges. Since hotels are operating round the clock, these challenges attribute to that. One of the undeniable crimes that the guests experience and are present in the hotels is theft. Employees or guests can commit robbery and other hotel-related crimes. According to Hill et al., the victim can be a guest, an employee, or a business itself. And according to Jones, there is a body of literature that states that theft occur in hotels. There are times when hotel guests pay for a room. What are they entitled to? Usually they take the items they paid for. However, some guests may choose to steal these items, and for other instances, some guests steal other guests' belongings. This ethical dilemma is not ideal for everyone. Also, there are times that the hotel encountered problems because of the issue about employee theft. In this study, the guests who already had the experience of checking in the hotels located at Pasig City will be the researchers' target respondents to know and understand their experiences inside the hotel when it comes to an incident. Theoretical framework. For theoretical framework number 1, from the article entitled Safety and Security Measures in Egyptian Hotels, there has been a significant amount of study on employee theft in the workplace. A main motivating trait discussed by most of the researcher is the wide-held belief that discontent, including a sense of mistreated, can lead to workers looking for an unidentified thief who wander at the hotel to find its victims. The independent variable is the guest experience. We will find out what did the guest experience when it happened, where especially it happened, how did the hotel respond to their problem, and how did the guests find out that their belongings are missing. And lastly, for the mediating variable,
the statement of the problem. This study to know how effective the implementation of the hotel security management for the guest safety and to protect against crime and theft situation in Pasig City. Hotel, by conducting interview, we will know their experiencing about their theft already encountered in the hotel. What are the things that they do during that incident? The possible tip in the hotel may be guests, intruders, or the hotel employee also. So the guest experiencing regarding the significance of the study, the future student researchers of hospitality management to help them to be knowledgeable in tip incident that might happen and to analyze and to take information about that to the hotel guests so that they will be aware in common problem hotel experiencing and to understand how to secure belongings on their guests. So the hotel industry, also the employees, to help them to prevent theft incident and improve the effectiveness of the security to protect the guests and to improve the skills and to employee and to train better in terms of services. To the future hotelers to know how to be handle theft incident and to be thematic analysis. These are the list of our review of literature are the employee theft, hotel theft, and the security management. These are the common problem in hospitality industry that needs to be resolved because in this issue have not been taken care of, it may be resolved the conflict of the hotel and also the losses for the hospitality industry. In this industry, safety and security is most significant to the guest experiencing regarding theft of the and to know how effective security management. The safety and security measure from the hotel guest is more assessing the importance and usage of measures when it comes to evaluating the importance of the guest. The quality improvement of the is one of the important factor in the hotel industry to give a positive impact to increasing satisfaction of customer. The causes of employees theft are excitement, employees to their fellow colleague by workplace.
This chapter presents the methodologies used by the researchers to acquire information needed for the realization of the research. It discusses the research method used, participant, selection of participant, instrumentation, and data gathering procedure. Research method use. The purpose of this study is to understand and analyze the guest experiences in the theft situation encountered in hotels in Pasig City. Qualitative research implies on how and why a problem rather than what, where, and when. Phenomenological is the most suitable use for this study. Phenomenology helps the researchers to understand the meaning of people's lives experiences. Guests have experienced a phenomenon where they check in. The respondents participants in the study is a crucial phase in the research progress. Participants in the study were hotel guests who have already checked in hotel in Pasig City and had an encountered theft situations. The researchers gathered 6 participants for this study. The study goal is to uncover guest experience and perception in the theft situations, and the experience that participants had. The selection of participants is the most crucial task qualitative research can perform by the researchers. Researchers go to the great length to ensure study success. Participants in the study are those who have stayed in Pasig City hotels and have first-hand experience with theft and the security of the hotel. The techniques used is the non-probability purposive sampling to be able to gain detailed knowledge about the specific instrumentation. Interviews were the primary method of the data collection for this study. Interviews were conducted by asking them questions about the perception they can answer. In the interviews process, participants were reminded of the purpose of the study, research procedure, expected benefit, their right to withdraw from the study at any time, and protection of confidentiality. Our dear validators are Mr. J.V. Gubalo as our HM professor. In data collection method, the following step will be taken by the researchers during the data collection process. First, the researchers will ask the research professor, advisor, and validators for permission to perform interview or study from May 17 to May 29, 2021. Second, by submitting a consent letter expressing their willingness to be interviewed, the researcher will ask permission to interview the respondents. Once approved had been granted, the researchers will perform a 5 to 15 minutes online interview using Messenger, Google Meet, and audio recording.
Hi, good afternoon. I am Catherine Tigerion and I will be the one who presenting the chapter 4 presentation.
Objective 1 and 2 show what and how the experience theft emergency in a hotel. These are different situations that theft occurs due to the possible reason. One is the inattentiveness which gives to the thefts. Second is because the hotel's employees that take advantage at their jobs to do criminal acts. The last reason is the theft can also be the guest, wherein objective number 3 show the classification of hotel in Pasig City that respondent experience theft situations, where regardless of the categories of the hotel, whether it is a 1-star or diamond hotel, the theft can still occur. Objective number 4 show how effective the security management of the hotel according to the respondent perceptions. Based from most of them, the security management are fast, serious, responsive, and assuring when it comes to the effectiveness in their action in emergency like theft. But one of the respondents says that the hotel
Conclusion number 1. Theft emergencies happen in hotels in Pasig City. The researchers found 3 kinds of hotel thieves that occurred in hotel based on the interview conducted. The thieves are identified to be the hotel employees, guests who are also staying in the hotel looking for victims, and lastly, unidentified thieves who are not caught in CCTV. The guests experience theft in different kind of situation: A. Inattentiveness, B. Secret intentional theft, and C. Suspicious people around them. This concludes that the theft issues happened and experienced by the guests may result to poor reputation of hotels management in terms of safety and protection of its guests. 3 out of 5 respondents experienced theft in a 3-star hotel. Therefore, it concludes that the security management in these hotels in Pasig City are not 100% effective and ready for emergencies like theft. We conclude that the hotel has no negligence or shortcoming when it comes in handling this situation. The hotel employees who are attentive on addressing the problems of the guests also means